What up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern. Welcome to App Stupid Studios, the fastest growing sports and entertainment channel on these YouTube streets. We did it. We're in season 3 thanks to you all. This is where we cover NBA, college basketball, and college football, along with the NFL. Thanks to you all for making us one of your stops and destinations in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. So sit back, relax, let us do our thing. Welcome to App Stupid. Yeah. Old school players, the new school fools. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us here at App Stupid Studios. It's been a great 2024. A couple of days left, so go ahead and get it in. Also, my late shoppers in the house. It is a madhouse out in the streets. So, college football happened this weekend. Thoughts? I don't know. We'll talk about it. Ohio State, they dismantled, destroyed, embarrassed Tennessee and the SEC to the point where Tennessee fans, when they were leaving the Ohio State faithful in Columbus, were chanting the SEC as they were destroying them. Texas destroys Clemson, and they just hold on in the second half of that game. Cade Klubnik had to run for his life. Congratulations to Steve Sarkisian and company. Also, SMU, wow. My goodness. Penn State, the defense of Penn State was on full display, and that thing looked like it was built to destroy. My goodness, I felt bad for them. The Battle of Indiana, the Hoosiers, they lose to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We'll go ahead and cover these stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern. We promoting a new rap album this month. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary. Get it in stores where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is going to be Foreplay. Shangri-La is crazy. That's a crazy record. Out of the Blue, that beat switch tempo, oh man, that's a genius. Hard Knocks, Gorgeous, Last Dance with Mary Jane, that's fire to me. Then there's Sticky Situation, oh my, there are so many cuts on here. If you enjoy real hip hop and music, then Snoop Dogg Missionary does not disappoint. Get it in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Dre and Snoop doing their thing. Like I said, I love Missionary. It's a hell of an album. So we go and talk a little bit of football and the Big Ten. The Ohio State Buckeyes, they beat the brakes off Tennessee. This wasn't pretty for all to watch. Oh my goodness. And for all the bitching and moaning the SEC was doing, talking about what teams didn't belong there, they were the worst team that got the worst beating of anybody. Let me make that clear. The SEC team was the worst beating in the entire opening night of college football playoff action. And they deserved to be there. They did this, they did that. A lot of people running their mouth. That was bad. That was bad. And Tennessee, to tell you the truth, they wouldn't have 10 points in that first quarter had they not been gifted a roughing the passer call, because Nico Lamaleva, he jumped in the air trying to throw a pass. Come on now. That got intercepted. Again, I'm not going to sit up here and be like, wow, this was lights out. I mean, this was really 21-3 at the half. Color commentary, they were almost wishing, with Craig Herbstreit and all these other guys, they was almost wishing Tennessee would make this somewhat of a halftime game, and no such luck. The Buckeyes went for 317 through the air and 156 on the ground, 24 first downs. However you wanted to get beat up, they beat them to death. Now, put behind the 8 ball on that third down conversion 9 times, they converted 4 of them. Now, they weren't perfect, and also they were perfect on 4th down. And I could see where the fans started to pile out and get out of Columbus. the fans tried to get out of Columbus because they braved the cold out of Rocky Top and then made that trip, that 5-hour trip, but then they got their asses kicked. My God, y'all got y'all's ass kicked. And it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch. Even you had, like I said, you had color commentary that was out there talking about, oh, if this is your first time watching Tennessee, don't judge them by this performance. No, we're going to do that because they do that to everybody. They do that to everybody. And this was the third best team in the SEC. This was the third best team in the SEC. Texas, they go on the road. They play Arizona State after they beat up on Clemson. I was just like, wow. Wow. The Big 12, they get, like I said, they get a nice little home game out of it. But oh my goodness, this was hard to watch. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album. We'll get more into this. This is Big Vern. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern pushing another rap album this month. Killer Mike. Songs for Sinners and Saints in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album, Nobody Knows, with Anthony Hamilton, is a really good song. Humble Me, very deep, very good song. Higher Level, Lord Prepare Me, Had to Go Get It, and Still Talking That Shit. Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Killer Mike. I love that album. That's the album full of substance. I mean, if you really wanted to know the lives of people and some people who've really been around in the culture, yeah, that Saints and Sinners is real. That's a real record right there. So when we reflect back on this 42-17 beating that the Ohio State Buckeyes put on Tennessee, this was, like I said, this was a beating of epic proportions. And like I said, I thought it was Bush League for Hupel, and that's Tennessee's coach. He left Nico Lamaleva out there in the fourth quarter with nothing to play for, just to put up a sympathy 7 points on the board. And I know it was Bush League because he scored with 1 minute and 56 seconds left in that game. The final score was 42-10 in reality. It was 42-10 in reality. And they put that guy in, and it's just like, Ohio State was to the point where they was putting in guys who had already entered the transfer portal. That's how bad that was. That defense was all over the place. We had sacks, the fumbles. It was like, wow. However you wanted to lose a game, Tennessee lost. And in bright colors. Now, again, we can do triangle theories because Alabama lost to Tennessee. Alabama lost to Tennessee. And it wasn't like, oh, they may have won by 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns. Ohio State hung 42 points on Tennessee. And it's worth saying that the Tennessee defense was being vaunted as they don't give up over 30 points. They gave up 42 points in 3 quarters. And so the third best team got showed up and they got chewed up very bad. And this is for everybody who sits up here and they're conditioned to play political answers and tell you that somehow the SEC is better than all of these football conferences when they got beat the worst on opening night. And you all better pray, you SEC wonks and you media types that's sitting there trying to make excuses now, you better pray Texas doesn't lose to Arizona State. You better pray Texas doesn't lose to Arizona State. Hell, you better be praying. I know Georgia is going to beat Notre Dame because of like I said, they get cooking. They get home cooking. So until Georgia goes on the road and plays a team that isn't in the SEC and they go on the road and do that, that's the only way you can judge them. Them getting a gift and playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium against Notre Dame, no. Notre Dame's going to get cheated. And I'm going to go on record and say that. because when you go back and you look at Georgia in the last couple of games leading up to it, they got home cooking against Tennessee. They got home cooking against Georgia Tech. Yeah, in that Texas game, they got home cooking. They have had the assist of referees almost for a month. And that's the number one team that they've propped up. These is facts. If you are in the Columbus area, get in the comments. Let me know. Are you pumped up about a rematch with the Oregon Ducks out there in Pasadena? This is Big Vern. I'll be back.